Hi, it's Matthew Dixon of MindAid.ca. I've got some news. I took a course tonight, a free online webinar with Brad Blazer, Blazar. May have mentioned him to you before on YouTube. I've taken some training from him before, free training so far, as I'm low on cash. And anyway, he gave a course on how to find high net worth individuals. And he says a lot of people come to him and say, I want to start my restaurant, my business, this or that, this or that. He says they say, I don't know where to find the money to start. And he teaches you how to start at the low end, the low-hanging fruit of high net worth individuals. And he says registered investment advisory firms, RIAs, and you want the smaller ones with maybe 3 to 5 employees. They handle their clients' money, could be hundreds of millions of dollars, a few $100 million or so. And he said that they can sometimes move small amounts of their money for their clients without them asking. I'm no expert on this. This is just what I learned in this course tonight. And he says, you could reach out to doctors or engineers. You could have hundreds of them giving you money for your investment capital, for your projects, for your funding, whatever the money goes towards, however that financial structure looks like. But he says that's hundreds of people you have to have dealings with and connections. And an RIA, a registered investment advisory firm, if you could find half a dozen to maybe 20 or more if you want, that's the only connections you'd have to have, those one connection each firm. So half a dozen to 2 dozen connections that you'd have to manage. And people can get millions of dollars, sometimes 100 million or more from these firms. He says start at the low end. And again, question everything I'm saying right now because I'm not an expert. I just had a lot thrown at me on this course. So I could be getting something wrong here. I'm trying to relay this as best as I can. I took notes as well. And he said start at the low end with these smaller firms, like 3 to 5 employees. Then as you get better and build more of a name for yourself, and you can throw out and reach out to larger RIAs. He said there's also broker dealers. Step up from that would be broker dealers, or another way to go about it would be broker dealers. He says RIAs are a bit less, they're just easier to deal with for various reasons. And he didn't get into all the technicalities of it right now. He was encouraging people to get into his Capital Academy, I think it's called, to do more training and teachings with him. I'm excited because he gave a few names of RIAs you could reach out to, smaller ones, but he said there's thousands of them all over the US and other countries, I assume, too. And I thought, well, I wonder, since I don't have the money to take his training right now, and his training isn't much, he's got a course, a boot camp coming up for $597, and there's a virtual option to that too, and he teaches you all this stuff, and he's got his Capital Academy. I believe most of his trainings are in the hundreds of dollars, maybe not thousands, maybe a couple thousand. But anyway, for me right now, just scraping by, I'm trying to see if I can do something on my own right now. So I've Googled RIAs, RIA databases in the States, and there are websites with those on. Some seem to have a sign-up function for that, which may involve a membership fee or something to get access to those. I did find one that had a list of RIA databases and contacts and websites, apparently for free. I want to look into it more, and you can use a filter for number of employees at the firm. And so I'd put in like 3 to 5 employees and start searching. And apparently, if this is what I'm excited about, start phoning and start talking to them, asking if they'd like to donate to the 10 MindAid nonprofits. And I may be wrong in this. I might not be going about this the right way, but this is what's going through my head. And I have no problems reaching out to people in the quote unquote upper echelons of society. That doesn't bother me. I can make these phone calls, no problem. Well, I mean, I might feel a little bit of anxiety, but it won't stop me from calling if I know what I'm going to say, and if I know I don't want to sound like a complete I want to know what I'm talking about first, and when I'm phoning them, and I'll do my research on the company's websites and learn more about them before I call. So that's what I'm excited about, because I can do this for free. If what I'm thinking, if what I'm learning here is correct. And for example, FindMind, all these nonprofits are relatively small. They're not as big as, say, UNICEF or World Vision. They have much smaller budgets for the year. Strong Minds has, I think it has a $5 or $10 million budget for the year. That's how much money they give out to help women with depression in Africa. That's their main thing. So $10 million isn't a ton of money when you're talking about, like with these RIAs, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars. If I could get so many millions of dollars this year, or next year, I guess, we're almost in 2024, to some of these Mind Aid nonprofits, that would make me happy. And so I'm just incredibly excited about this. My mind's turning on what I used Wi-Fi at a local coffee shop to take this webinar. And on the drive back home, my mind was spinning about what to say, how I would structure a conversation with, and when I pick up the phone to talk to someone at an RIA, a small RIA, I'd probably start in the States, because the Mind Aid nonprofits, for the most part, are in the States, so it'd be easier to get companies or individuals with millions of dollars to get their RIA employee or broker, whatever you call them, to donate the money on their behalf to an American, one of the Mind Aid nonprofits, which are American. Just keep the money in America. That'd be easier than, say, me phoning RIAs in Canada and asking them to donate to an American nonprofit. That might be a bit more, just an extra step in legalities for finance transactions. So yeah, I'm just over the moon about that. I've got a bit of a cold. I had that last couple of days, just a few little sniffles. COVID test came back negative, and I've been out and about doing stuff. Technically, I should be at home lying in bed, but I don't have that miserable feeling. So I'm out and about doing stuff. Probably shouldn't be spreading colds, but I'm needing the work. I've been driving places and trying to keep my points of contact down low where I go, and doorknobs and whatnot. Anyway, I hope I'll feel better soon. It's not that bad. And yeah, so that's my news. And Christmas is coming. If anyone wants to donate to any of the Mind Aid nonprofits in somebody's name as gifts, feel free. The websites are at mindaid.ca in the donate section. You can go on the Strong Minds website, the FindMind website, Try Global, Minds Foundation, Basic Needs US, Partners in Health, CBM UK, and Psychcorp Ghana, and some other basic needs groups, and check their websites out. See if there's something you'd want to, one of those groups you'd want to donate to. Happy New Year, happy Christmas, happy everything, happy Matthew. Matthew's a happy camper tonight. Not saying this will work out. I may find some obstacles that'll prevent me from doing this, but right now I'm pretty excited. So that's my news, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, talk to you later.